Good morning everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lauren and today I am filming a market video at the Wellard Square Market. It is reasonably close to me, so we won't be leaving until about 20 to 8-ish, and it's currently 20 past 7. So we've got about 20 minutes until we can be finished organising everything and can leave. I've got my partner currently packing the car, that's why I didn't film it myself. I actually did try to set up the camera and then the memory card had a problem, so it didn't film anything anyway, but I was gonna try and do like a type of editing I thought might work. But that's okay, the car is completely packed now. He's done all of it for me because he's an absolute gem and I love him. The reason for me being out in this business area today is because I was gonna grab a crap ton of fabric and make up some templates for some scrap bookmarks and like tea bag bookmarks, because I really like the idea of doing those. And I've got a massive scrap tub. So I was gonna go through the scrap tub and find a bunch of fabric. I didn't really think I'd have enough time to do that this morning though, so I was just gonna grab a crap ton of scraps and go with that. The problem with doing that though is that any pieces that are sort of big enough I want to make into like pouches and things like that. So if I come across a piece of fabric that is really big, I probably won't cut that, but I'll only cut the kind of little ones that can't really be used for anything else, because that's the point, is to use up the little ones that can't be used for anything else. I of course won't be able to sew anything because I won't have my sewing machine, but I was thinking if I just sit at this market I can cut as much of this fabric as I can and everything will be fine and dandy. So I got my favourite tote bag of all time, my Santa tote, because Christmas is the best. Even though we are nowhere near Christmas at the moment, I have my Santa tote. So I'll be grabbing pretty much all of my fabric scraps, I think. I might even bring the whole tub, because I've got a tub of fabric scraps. I could probably just bring that. Only problem with that is that I don't think I have a lid, but that might be fun. It probably won't be fine. I probably shouldn't do that, should I? Let me see what I can do and I will come back to you with a resolution to this problem. I have a paper box. This box that I bought filled with paper has now come in handy, because if we open it up, I've stuffed it with all of my scrap fabrics. I've got both pairs of scissors that I have, and I brought my pincushion as well. And then just then I spent a bit of time doing this little task. I'm going to put this box down now. I spent a bit of time making a little template for the normal bookmark that I'm going to be making, and the fun little tea bag bookmark that I want to make. So I made a little square tabby thing for the tab of the tea bag, and then I made this little shape for the actual tea bag itself. So what I'll do when I sew these two pieces together, it'll be 2 pieces of this fabric, 2 pieces of this fabric, stitch around the edges to make it look all nice and pretty. I'll probably have some sort of wadding or interfacing in it as well, and then I'll sew them at the top, use a bit of yarn or string or something that I'll sew into the top and into the bottom of the tea bag, so that they kind of go like this. And then the tea bag will be in the book and the little string can hang out of the book. And that'll be really cute. I saw that on Pinterest. I have no idea who to credit for that idea, but I saw it on Pinterest. It's not my idea. And then yeah, that's just a square of fabric. I'm going to be putting wadding around, and I might add a little tassel or a ribbon or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to be bringing those in that box to just be able to cut some fabric. Bada boom, bada bing. That should be fun. Alright everybody, I'm going to head back inside and potentially grab something to eat, otherwise it's only about 5 minutes until we need to go anyway. But yeah, I will hopefully be able to film a lot of this market. We've brought everything possible to make this market a success, and I'm really hopeful. There's always some positivity to think about a market, and of course positive thinking in hopes that this market goes better today than it did last time. Last time wasn't awful, but I didn't make the stall fee, so I guess that kind of means it's not that good. But hopefully this time we'll do a little bit better, and I'm pretty excited about it. Fingers crossed, let's hope for the best, and I will talk to you probably when we're at the market itself.
Hello guys, it's voiceover Lauren here, just editing this video right now, because I didn't actually end up talking to you guys at all during this market, but I just wanted to do a little bit of a rundown of what you're about to see. Basically, what I end up doing is setting up my tables. I got the stall right at the front of this market today, so I was really happy about that. So I set up my table at the front, these two shelves that you can see me setting up right now on the side, and then at the back I set up my little table. I actually really liked my setup this time around, and I was really excited to make some sales with it. I've really liked my spot, and I'm hoping that I can stay there again for future markets. I did actually end up talking to the market organizer and asking if I can stay there. Love that the notepads are just in the view right now. Whoops. Yeah, I did end up talking to the market coordinator and seeing if I could stay there for future markets as well. And he said that he'd try his best. But yeah, you can see me doing a little bit of a walkthrough. That's the little table there with some scrunchies and stuff. The first shelving thing has the pouches, some book sleeves, and the scrunchies. Next one has more scrunchies, other book sleeves, more pouches, and the spare notepads. We've got the hanging rack with the tote bags and baby bibs with the dummy clips underneath the baby bibs, so that's a little baby section there. The notepad setup was fantastic and I loved it. I think it drew a lot of attention towards notepads. That's why I made a couple of sales. And then I had one row of each size of the heat packs, which was really cool. And there you can see my banner was up, and you can see in the background, and I think I show it in a second, that my stall was literally right at the front, and I had my fancy tote bag hanging off the corner of the table there. So yeah guys, after I was done setting up the stall, I got stuck straight into cutting some fabric, and that was pretty much the rest of the day. No spoilers for how I ended up going. I'll save that until the end of this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of these time lapses.
It's been a while since I left. Nobody knows where I went, but I think I found my place. Don't worry, I'm doing just fine out in the islands where the time goes a little more my pace. I've been floating coast to coast, Bahamas to Puerto Rico. It don't matter if I'm lost, because I know when I'm with you I'm home. When I'm with you I'm home. Just riding waves, cause
Alright everybody, good afternoon. Unfortunately, I have not filmed very much today in terms of this market video, so that's a little bit annoying, but I did take a few photos, a little video of the stall, a couple videos of doing a bit while I was at the stall, and then I'm going to be filming, organising all this market stuff afterwards. So I will have included that footage before this clip, but yeah, I've still got to film that. Inside information for you of behind the scenes is that I'm filming this before actually unpacking my car. So that's fine though. But I thought I'd go through the Wellard Square Market statistics of the day. Last month at this market I did $93 of sales in total, which is actually pretty okay for general market day. It's okay. It's not the best, it's okay. But then when I got home, I realized that the store fee was $102. So it's not okay to get only $93. Well, it's not great to get only $93 because it didn't even pay back the store. So that was a bit unfortunate, but I can let you guys know now that I did successfully make back the store fee today. Just fix the camera a little bit so it's a bit better of an angle. But today, the total amount in sales that I made was $114.50. Not the best, but better than last time, and I actually made the store fee back. In terms of how this market overall actually went, there were so many more people this time around than there was last time, and I'm not 100% sure why, but I think that they marketed it a little bit better this time around. And they also had a cat adoption place there with a couple of kittens and a few adult cats that were available for adoption, and we're having little kitten cuddles all day. I did get a kitten cuddle, but I didn't take a photo of that or any videos of that, but I'll include some photos of the cats here so that you can see some really cute photos. But in the grand scheme of things, a lot of people came, had a look at the cats and then left. Otherwise, a lot of people came, had a look at the cats and then did a walk around, which was great. I also think there was a lot more stuff out the front of this shop section this time around, and I was able to put up my banner again out the front of the storefront section where the market operates. That was really good because people were basically walking from Woolworths. There's big Woolworths across from the storefront that the market is at. So people were kind of going grocery shopping and then walking over to have a look at the market and then leaving. But they weren't able to spend too much time at the market because they had obviously just bought groceries. So they wanted to go home and unload them, put things in the fridge, things like that. So I didn't get as many sales as I probably could have because of that. But at the same time, that actually brings more people in. So it's a positive, not a negative. While I was there, made a bunch of sales. I have a lot of people requesting for me to make larger heat packs. So I think that's definitely going to be something that I have to do before the next market of this one. Because yeah, a lot of people want the larger style heat packs. They might just get into a bit of a pricey range. The largest ones that I have are currently $20, and they're already like, people think that they're a really good price for the heat packs that I have, which is great, which makes me happy because I try to price my items the best I can for the people buying them, and so that everyone who needs one is able to get one. But at the same time, I also start to get a little bit anxious about pricing my products too high when it gets kind of over $20. So there's a couple of items in my store that are over $20, and of course all the kids clothing stuff is quite expensive because it takes a while to make. And then I do have that really fancy tote bag out the front of my stall as well that I've only got one of, but I'm going to be making a couple more of those, and they're quite expensive because of how much time they take. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I price my products as per what they are, if not a little bit less, because, you know, I get anxious about it. But no, I think that if I make some bigger heat packs, I think a lot of people will be interested in them and buy them for themselves and family members and friends. They seem to be mainly used for back pain, so I think having a larger style that fits sort of across, you can't see me showing you at all, but across the like really lower back and hip sort of area, especially mainly for women, because women with like pregnancies and menstrual stuff and cramps and things like that, I think just having a big overall amount of heat across your back or your front, I think people really like it for that. So just making it as big as possible, small enough to still be able to go in microwave, but big enough to be really ideal for what people want. I might be starting on those reasonably soon because yeah, I want quite a few available for the next time I'm doing this market, let alone all the markets that I have in between now and then. And I also sold a couple of notepads, which were the first notepads that sold. So one of the B grade monthly calendar habit tracker ones, and then an ADHD notepad, which personally is one of my favorite. And then the other notepad that sold was the nighttime pages one. I also sold a tote bag and one of the large base pouches, which means I definitely need to make more of those because the large base pouches I've been slacking a little bit with and need to make more of. Otherwise, I sold a matching set of the short square heat pack and a mini heat pack. I sold a long heat pack, and then I sold an extra large heat pack. There's 6 sales in total and $114.15. And then there was one more thing I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about. I wanted to say, first things first, thank you so much for the love and support on the last Wellard Square Market video. I got so many more viewers and comments and so many subscribers from that video, so thank you guys so much for that. It means the world to have your support and to know that you guys are liking these videos and subscribing. Anyway, on to the next one. I want to include a little bit of footage that I took of a wonderful order I got from a lovely viewer named Sarah. I made a sale on my website, one of my first, so thank you so much. I would love some more sales, and I would love to be able to package some packages, and I hope that you are liking your new items. If you have placed an order with me or bought something from a market or anything like that, I really hope that you're liking your stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to say a quick thank you for that. It means the absolute world to have an order on my website, and I'm hoping to get some more. So if you're thinking of placing an order with me, then definitely go and check out my website link down below because I highly appreciate it. I am going to head off now, go and unpack my car, even though you guys have already seen that footage. I'm gonna go and unpack my car now. Thank you guys again for so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day and night wherever you are in the world. I love you all so much, and goodbye.
It don't matter if I'm lost because I know It don't matter if I'm lost, because I know when I'm with you I'm home.